All right, let's get this out on Twitter. Clipboard. Hey, Kalani! Kalani is first. Just tweeting it out. Shred it almost. What's up, man? I was and to fight the water. Yeah, Kalani, you were first in the live stream. Man, what a week in the market. Oh, we are here in after hours, so we got the typical after hours trading going on. So there was so I inadvertently created, in my opinion, a new option trading strategy today. By total mistake, I was about to take a shower and win. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was so I've been playing with the 1348 since yesterday. Yesterday I did have I had my first trade on the 1320. I hit for 10%. Not a huge gain. Hey, Pugnacious, how's it going, man? Oh, no. Pugnacious, I tell you what, you got it by your name, but let's you've been in here long enough, brother. So as the title suggests, we're going to be talking about these options here. And so we ended up by we I mean I ended up going through and using the 1340 crossover. I ended up picking up some calls today on AMC. But y'all know me by now. I like to have some protection in there. I like to have a little bit of coverage. Like to potentially minimize my losses and give myself greater flexibility in options contracts. So I was playing around and just happened to look. I'm going to be doing stuff on my phone also, along with on the screen, just so I can get kind of a feel for it here. So essentially, what I end up doing, I'm calling it the 2-to-1 bull straddle. And what it involves is, if you look on the screen, we have the 21 in red and 20 in purple. So the basic gist of this is, you do 2-to-1 if you're bullish. You would do a 1-to-2 if you're bearish. And by 2-to-1, I mean you enter 2 call contracts. Sorry, it's been a while since I checked in. I've been busy with life lately, but I'm all caught. Hey, no problem, man. Man, everyone's got stuff going on, outside of the market, outside of YouTube, outside of everything. Handle your business, man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Serious feedback coming through? Like right now? Like a buzzing? I think that the mic that I'm using is actually used for recording music. It is probably picking up the cooling system on my computer. Unless it's just I'm talking loudly and my drums are vibrating. Let me throw a barrier up here. Okay, that might, if it was coming from the computer, that might deflect some of the sound away from the microphone. Because it's actually got a crossing dual zone microphone, so it picks up the TV on the other floor if it's at a modest volume. So I usually have the doors closed going downstairs. It's just a really, really sensitive microphone. Sounds like dial-up the other day, your phone up to the cam. Pop filter. No, I'm running a Q2N zoom, so I mean It's used. A lot of musicians use it for recording music because it's really, really good at picking stuff up. Yeah, and that might have been because so the camera microphone's right here. My computer's right there, so if I'm holding the phone up, it would be bouncing directly off. Did it get better when I put that up in the way? Either that, or I've just got to mess with the audio settings on the camera. Hey, Bucky, how's it going? So the basic gist of the 2-to-1 2-to-1 bull spread, or the 1-to-2 bear spread, is so on the bull side of it, you have your call zone, you have your call strike, and you have your put strike. And what you do is you purchase 2 calls, and for every 2 calls you purchase, you get 1 put. So what that is doing is it's giving you your low side protection. And as we see, I entered into my calls in this range, and I entered into the puts in this range. So I had this whole gap in here, but essentially I was able to build it to where I got a nice... Oh, it sounds a little better. Okay, yeah, it's got to be come from the cooling system on my computer. So yeah, basically I create a bracket to where, and as you see, it actually worked. My low side, the low side cover puts that I have in addition to this, or as the lower half of the strategy, those did go neutral today. Now this I bought them today. They weren't supposed to come into effect until next week because I got these for April 14th. These have 3 weeks on them, so I've got time here to where I think the puts I'm losing $5 a day to Theta, and the calls I'm losing $6.50 a day to Theta. So I've got time for these to play out. But this run down to 1985 in power hour, the puts that were at 20 went neutral, which means I could have closed them out and collected the same amount, that I paid. So I mean, it's looking like it's going to work out really, really soundly, and it was basically because we know it's Friday. We know that they were going to be fighting to push us to get us out of a zone to take contracts out of the money. That's why I wanted the low side protection, because they can pull those shenanigans at any time. Well, if they pull that's basically my guard or my hedge against anyone shorting the stock of driving it down too low, because if they drive it down too low, I'm still going to make money on the low side. But the main part, because for every put that I have, I've got 2 calls, so that's what makes us bullish. Now, if it was a stock that I thought was pulling back and going to be dropping in price, I would do 1 call on the high side and then 2 puts on the low sides. So you can switch this whether you're bullish or bearish on the stock. But there's another added benefit to this that I didn't think about until after the market was closed and I was on my way home. I'm like, I didn't plan on streaming tonight, but I'm like, you know what? I just thought of something, and let's have a look at this. So I got the 21 strike as a high guard. Oh my God. Give me a second here. I'm sorry, but when the caller ID comes up as Robo, as crazy as that sounds, I like that idea. Yeah, and see, people hear AMC puts and they immediately think, oh, what do you have against a stock? Hey, DD214, welcome. The thing is, just because there are puts doesn't mean that you're against a stock. It's just like the bull put spread. You're buying a put and you're selling a put. It all depends on your sentiment and how sentiment and what direction you want the stock to move. So yes, I'm offering this strategy low side protection. Well, who doesn't want protection with how they're shorting the hell out of the stock? You set a stop loss. You're offering yourself low side protection. It's just this is a little bit more aggressive of a low side rather than just, I'm playing calls, and if it drops down, I'm preserving capital. No, this is, I'm playing both sides. If they short the hell out of the stock and drive the price down, I'm going to make money as they drive it down, and we all know it's going to bounce. There's a zone where it's going to bounce. That's why we have levels of support. So if they push it through my puts, and I collect and flip that into upward buying pressure, then it's a win-win. I'm making money at the expense of them shorting the stock down, and I'm turning it around. I'm taking those gains and I'm shoving it right down their throats. Now the added benefit of this, as I was saying, 21 is a high guard. If they push it through 21 anytime in the next week to week and a half, I'm guaranteed, probably 20-25% profit. But in addition to that, AMC trade options next Friday. Remember, gotta go. I'll just get back here. Oh, I'll just get back in a little bit. Also try a little stream tonight. Hey, yeah, Kalani, if I'm around, I'll definitely pop over if I see you up on your Twitch. So I am flipping through right now, and I am looking, and currently, I've already got 21 as a high guard. I'm looking at next Friday's call options, because you got to remember, in addition to playing the buying side, I love to play the selling side. So looking at it, off the 21, if I gave myself a $2 buffer, I can sell covered calls at $88 a contract for each contract I receive. So if they keep it range bound, if it stays right around 21, if I get my capture and go ahead, close out the low, close out the high. Hey, no problem, Kalani. Close out the low, close out the high. I would still have a $2 buffer zone to where my covered calls would be playing. Moon next week, no question. Hope everyone is doing well. AMC. Oh, man, Moon next week. I would be absolutely flipping thrilled if we moon next week. So essentially what I can do is take those, I've got to put a certain percentage of my portfolio that I play covered calls with. Well, I've got this 21 acting as a low guard. If they even get close to the range of my covered calls, that means that these calls that are all the way out April 14th, the April monthlies, if they even get anywhere near my covered calls, those are going to be printing so hard it's going to be ridiculous. So basically, I've got this 2-to-1 bull spread set up, or bull straddle set up, and I can play covered calls above this zone. Every week I have this in place, and this 21 is always going to act as a guard for me. It's always going to be a defense against a run. Makes perfect sense to shove it back down their throats. That's a new tactic I'd have to play with because it's risky to lose the puts when. Yeah, your puts are at a risk. That's why your puts, you're only doing a 2-to-1 on them. You're making sure that in the event of a run and the puts being worthless, that your calls hitting will absorb that cost. So it gives you the low guard. You guys are my workout music. Hey, no problem, Bucky. Your puts are there. The sole purpose of your puts are as a low guard in case they super short it down. Now I can if we get a run up, that's another part of giving yourself the time. If we start to see a run developing and it's running towards those 21s, as soon as it looks like I'm losing too much value on the puts, I can cut those. And anything I lose on those would be absorbed by it moving through my calls. So I'm giving up a little bit of potential profit for the low guard down there. But then making gains on puts, you can buy more discount, win-win, like your style and everything. Yeah, that's Shredder. This is, I could be here every day telling you, play the wheel on this stock and you'll get this much money a week. And then the next day, play the wheel on this stock and you get this much money a week. I could sit there and regurgitate. I could sit there and keep telling you the same strategies over and over again. But dude, we're learning here. We're what was it? 2 months ago, people started talking about the 1348. New strategies are being developed all the time, and you've got to use every little trick you can think of. And your main job in the stock market is to preserve your capital by having stop losses, by having low side protection. You're preserving your capital in the long run. So I may give up a little bit of profit by having money in puts on the low end to protect me, but I already proved today, this candle right here proved today this is a valid strategy, because when they pushed us down to try and get us as low as they could below 20 to close the day, this went even. Until that candle, I was hovering between 1 to 3% down. They pushed it down, it hit that, and I saw it go even. So I know that this low end protection, it's something that I'm gonna keep exploring, keep developing it, and it's another tool for the toolbox. Hey, Pika, happy Friday. Aya Fiat Loyokel. If you ain't learning, you're sure as losing. Yep, Pugnacious, that's it exactly. And I've stated many times, I'm not gonna have no secret strategies. I'm not gonna have something that gives me the edge over everyone else. If I come up with an idea, if I come up with a strategy I think is viable, everybody who's in this chat is gonna hear about it, because I want everyone. I may miss something on this. There may be an aspect of this that I'm missing, and one of y'all might figure it out. So why wouldn't I let the community know, hey, this is what I'm looking at, this is what I'm planning. I end up talking to Riptide last night because I saw something. I just started the 1348 yesterday, and I already found something that potentially could have ruined our day today. And I talked to Riptide. I told him what I'm seeing. He saw what I saw. So we knew the potential of just how bad it could have gotten today, and luckily it didn't go that route. Luckily, the stocks moved. It didn't move on the daily. It moved on the 30-minute, and I think the 30-minute and the 4 hours is what we were following today. But yeah, if you ain't learning, you're losing. So that's So yeah, I may end up on Monday with this already in place, playing some covered calls at the 23 level. And looking at it, these will change by Monday morning. Price may go up, price may go down, depends on what happens in pre-market hours. But as it stands right now, every covered call at 23 is worth $88. If I wanted to go a little bit safer at the 24 mark, every covered call is 73 at that. So I might actually, I might do a ratio on that also. Since the 23s are a little bit riskier, do a ratio of 1 to 2. For every one covered call at 23, do 2 at 24. And I'm still gaining profits on all that. And that'll help absorb any losses that I might take off the 1348 leg of the strategy. So literally, I'm just like you go to the roulette table and you're trying to cover your bets as best you can. Cover as much ground as you can to mitigate losses. I'm doing the same thing, but I'm using options to do it. It looks like here in aftermarket, let's open this up just a little bit. Oh wait, no, that might be trend reversal. We might be pulling back just a little bit here. The low end of this candle did tag the 13, so, but we're still on the upside of the 13. That's the important part there. But yeah, it's like I said, I didn't plan on streaming this evening, but when I saw what I was looking at, I'm like, yeah, I should go ahead and share this with because I don't know if any of y'all are like me. I do tend to I look at it a little bit and try and game plan, how the following day is going to go. Well, I've got time before the market opens on Monday, but it's like, my goodness, look between there and there. That is a whole bunch of range bound right there. Man, you single-handed totally messed me up with that tactic. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Yeah, dude, I am not gonna hold information back. It's not. I'm here for the community. I advertise on Clay Bros channel. Let people know. If you want to come learn options, and you come over here to learn options, I'm not just gonna tell you. Yeah, so buy your call on this signal, sell your call on that. So I'm not going to give you no basics. I'm going to, I will sit there and walk you through day zero, day one options. I can sit there every day. I could have a new person come in here and teach them, this is the basic of options. These are the things these are the things you're going to be looking for. And then we're going to go totally off the deep end and see how crazy we can get and see how much money we can make off it. And this is, like I said, I don't know how this is going to work. I know how I want it to work in my head. I know the principles that I'm using. I think my tactics are sound. It just depends how the market lets it play out. And I might have to try this. I might have to try, a couple times to make sure to really get it tuned in, get it honed in good. But I think with the time I've given myself, I think this might end up might turn out pretty good for me. It's just, the thing is, if we get the MOAS, this is all irrelevant anyway, but I can always use it down the road, post MOAS when I'm doing all that retirement money investment. Yeah, so that's my spiel. What's everyone else up to? Hey, Pugnacious, no problem, man. Like I said, you've been in here a bunch. We all know you. You're a good person. You're not a troll. If you were a troll, you wouldn't have a wrench, and all the other wrenches would send you to your bridge. Speaking of, I see Johnstontown. I know Johnstontown is a good guy. We haven't had any problems on any of the streams from Johnstontown. So let's go ahead and get that name blue. Yeah, so we got Pug and Johnstontown as our new wrenches. I tell you what, if when a bot comes in, oh man, they don't stand a chance with how many wrenches we have floating around here. So I wanted to go through. I want to get a second watch list going, or third or fourth, how many watch list it is. I want to get a new watch list on here. Free chat room. Oh. Trying to get a head start on dinner right now. Oh, no problem with. Hey, Pugnacious, if you got to go, take care of family stuff, take care of stuff at home, no problem. We of course appreciate you being in here. It's awesome. I'm always happy when people pop in, even like, hey, just came in and hit the like button. Absolutely no problem with people just ducking in real fast. Not sure. Did Paul pop? Okay, it looks like Paul hasn't popped in here yet. I know Paul started playing. Paul was playing covered calls on PROG, just like me this week. We both had the 150 covered calls that went through. So I'll have a little bit more money in my brokerage. Might hit sometime tonight. Might hit sometime sometime before Saturday morning. They usually go in. All right. So what do we got here? Looking through here. All right. Kind of. Trying to find where are their regular alerts at. Try to remember what stocks they give alerts for. Okay. God, I'm trying to think. I'll be in and out on the chatting, but I'll be here watching the chats. So I know they were giving Tesla Tesla, add to watch list. Oh, we need a new watch list. Okay. How do I create a new watch list? All stocks recently viewed, my positions. Edit watch list. Oh, here we go. Add a watch list. There we go. Okay, we're just going to call this one 1348. Okay, so now we're on Tesla. Add to watch list, 1348. There we go. Now we want Apple, I think is one of the ones they were saying. Apple's actually good. I have not looked. Whoa, look at that red candle on Apple. What on earth happened there? Add watch list, 1348. Real quick, I want to check their option chain just to kind of see. We want calls on the set. I'm just kind of checking what their price is. Okay, they're Apple's kind of moderately priced, right around the 200 step above. Put side. Yeah, that's not a bad price. I know there are people who cleaned house on Apple today. I heard on Short the Vixes. I was bouncing over there until Clay started his stream. Options, check the prices. 3 days out, we need to go 7 days out. Little spendy, but not too bad. Okay, yeah, we can add that. Add a watch list. Oh, I've already got this one on my main on the main watch list we use. So now got the Russell, Apple, Tesla. I wish I could remember what the other ones were. Anyone in the 1308 Discord and know what the free notifications are? Just gonna kind of run through here, see if I see any of the alerts on here. So yeah, looking through. So did anyone else have anything they wanted to go over? I'll play with this. I'll play with this later on. Fine. I'll try to have some watch lists set up and everything. One thing I want to point out: if you are on the 1348 Discord, they give 5 free alerts. But take caution. One of the alerts that they gave an alert towards the upside to buy calls. And they gave it on this crossover right here. I looked at it and I was close to pulling the trigger and getting some calls on this. My brain is still running the MACD Simple 5MA. What we're looking at here is the 1348 Exponential Friday Night Part 2. Hey, Paul, I saw you pop up. Are you going to be going live this evening? What can you tell me about trading options? There are no bitcoins on, no options on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Options are just for stocks. There are no options in the crypto market. But they said get calls on this crossover, and I was looking at it with the eyes of the Simple 5MA rather than the EMA 1348. Oh, okay. Yeah. If I was wrapping this up, I was gonna jump over on your channel, Paul. So yeah, I saw this through the eyes of, because I've got it. It's still set up a little bit differently on my phone than I do on my computer. And on my computer, this is where I do my aftermarket charting, or during the midday live stream. So I was looking at it through the eyes of the Simple Five with the MACD, and I'm like, that's not going up. That's I thought it was going to break down from there, but I didn't trust it one way or the other. And sure enough, if there are people who jumped in and bought calls on this tick right here on the crossover, it turned around and ran, and that would have been a huge, huge loss, even with where it was on this crossover. What is the very bottom? I'm going to drop a line here temporarily just so we can see if it ever came back up to that level. The alerts are good and everything, but look at it with your own eyes. Make sure everything you're seeing is true, because if you were trying to day trade that, at no point, going from the lowest part of this candle, at no point did it get above that mark. So yeah, the free alerts are good. They're obviously working because people are making money. Just be wary when you see anything like that pop up. Look at it with your own eyes. Make sure you still feel good about the trade, because this one ended up not. If they got in on it, it did not work out for them. Especially if they got it at the higher end. Everything past there is a loss. And some people are still buying options that expire the week they're in. Well, the week they're in is today. So if they bought options for today, it was a guaranteed loser the entire day. Unless the volatility spiked high enough to overcome not only theta but the price movement, that would have been a losing trade the entire day. And trust me, I know a thing or two about losing trades. I've had losing trades myself. The exact same setup. I think it's going to run, and I enter my trade, and it turns around and takes a dump on my entire day. So I know losing trades because I've had quite a few of them. Nothing tonight, Paul. I have to catch up on a few things around the apartment. Got brought up this morning that Matt Perry's channel. I googled it because Bitcoin and Ethereum have options trading. Supposedly, I get. Crypto options trading. Durabit. 4 days ago, Goldman Sachs conducts its first OTC crypto options trading. OTC means over the counter. Over the counter. If it is over the counter, it is non-regulated. It is the Wild West. You are taking a risk with it. The thing is, crypto is decentralized. Options are structured. They're centralized. They're based on, when you go over and look at your options, the price you see is an algorithmic representation of all of your Greeks combined with the share price. So really, I don't know how they would. I would have to dig into it. This is the first I've ever heard of crypto options. But because it's over the counter, I am already leery of it. Until they can find a way to do it on actual exchanges like the London Stock Exchange, CSX, Canadian Stock Exchange, New York, on on a regular exchange, I would feel a lot more comfortable about it. But yeah, I'll dig into it, see what I can learn. DD214, Frank, I have a question. Okay, I hopefully have an answer. What was I looking at here anyway? What am I on? Okay, I'm on the Russell. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, DD214. Yeah, but so yeah, it looks like there's option trading. It does. It may not be on. It looks like it's over the counter right now, but I'll dig into that. I love it when someone asks or says they have a question. How was that calling you earlier? Being noisy. How was that calling? How was what calling me earlier? Oh yeah, definitely, Pugnacious. Looking into it and getting knowledge off it. Oh, who was that call? Uh, I'm not sure who it was, but the first part of it came up as spam question mark, and then some other stuff written after it. So I didn't even bother. Didn't even bother checking the number on it. Unfortunately, the modem is by my computer, and the base unit that plugs into it to work all the other cordless phones. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to turn the volume down on the base unit. Otherwise, the ringer would not be on because no one ever calls me. It's a household phone for my son to talk to his brother. Talk to for mainly for my son to talk to other people, his friends, and his brother who lives on the other side of the country. It's just it's a house phone. I don't use it, so I've got a work phone and then a personal phone. I got two cell phones. I don't need a house phone. Yeah, so Paul, I think you weren't in the live stream yet when we were going over this. So of course you were here during the midday when I was talking about doing the 2-to-1 with the calls and the puts, and I got to thinking on the way home from work that with this 21 where my calls are at, I've actually got a nice little buffer here to where I can start playing covered calls safely to the high side, and if the share price starts to take off and gets anywhere near my covered calls, that these calls that are in place, they could actually, by closing those out, would give me enough to exit the covered calls and still carry a profit. But if it does, if it just moved up to get me in a good profit range there and never got near my covered calls, then I'm making money multiple ways. That's last time I checked, I think that's what we're here for. We're here to make money. Oh, that's one thing I never looked at. Usually gives a notification though. And looking, yeah, I haven't. We're still on trading though. Yeah, at the very earliest, still got another hour before before my covered calls get closed out. So at least an hour before, get the money for those. How did we do on the can I still see the options for today? Yeah, I can still see the options for today. How did we do on the call side of the house? Oh, that's glorious. Over 15,500. That was great. What was our official close? You know, a lot of times I don't know what is actively going on in the market at that time. Well, that's an interesting candle. What do we close? Really? They said we closed at 2024? I heard the close was at 2001. Like we just barely closed right at it. Let me have a look here. Oh, we're 2049 right now. Interesting. Hey, no problem, Simon. Like whatever knowledge I have and I can share with everybody, that's what I'm here for. All of us. I'm here for the entire community. Anyone who wants to stop by and learn. Oh, that was you that sent me a pic on Facebook? Okay, I saw that pop in. I didn't open it up yet. Paul, those should just wait a minute. Yeah, that's just your history. If you go and look, Paul, right beneath, let me get it open. So you have you have your graph, and then you have your market watches. All your news events and everything. And below that, if you have no other options open, it should just say stocks. On your main screen, the options category, if you have no other options, that should have gone away. Yeah, we were 1 cent in the green, but it looks like we were 24. We closed out at 2024 apparently. Yeah, but Simon, have yourself a good evening. We will talk at you next week, and let's have a better week next week. Yeah, Pugnacious. Paul's channel is just Paul Wright Lawns. And then, of course, Pika has a channel also on YouTube. And Kalani has a channel over on Twitch. So yeah, definitely, if you want to support the community, Pugnacious, the other people who have channels, if you wanted to, give them a subscribe, pop over, check out their content, help, get them some watch time, hit the like button, interact. Yeah, the options were on PROG. Oh wow, so you actually got filled at $20 on your PROG options. Okay, yeah, we didn't need that anymore. Let's go back down to the 5 minute. Oh, on here I added the 3 minute. I added the 3 minute just because last night talking with Riptide, we had that on there just to make confirming on the charting a little bit easier. I don't actually use the 3. Y'all remember I used to always run the 1 minute. Well, I'm using the 5 now because the 5 is what you use for the 1348 strategy. We are still ascending off the 13. But yeah, so that's when you're actually in when you're looking at the history for PROG. But if you go to your main screen, Paul, it should, if you just had the PROG options, it shouldn't have any other options left in there. Oh, look at that nice candle coming in. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, those are normal notifications. Checking. Oh. Is that Paul again? Let's see. Your order to sell to open has been filled. Average price. Yeah. So when you set this up the other night, Paul, you told you say your order up saying give me a price of 17 or better. When the market opened, PROG had moved up high enough. You said 17 or better. When it opened, it was at 20 cents. So yeah, you actually end up collecting. No, it's Mrs. Paul, the fish stick. So yeah, you actually end up getting $3 better than you asked for when you open that contract up. So yeah, you ended up PROG. I'm pretty sure PROG closed. Let's do it easy. Let's go on the daily. PROG closed at $1.69, which is where it opened. Okay, so it was a doji candle. So essentially, you picked up an extra dollar rather than just selling your shares at the end of the day. You got an extra dollar by playing the covered calls on it. So that's a dollar you didn't have before. But hey, that's that is how I learned options. Just with a low price stock and playing around with it. I have plans with my dad tonight. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for having. Hey, Pika, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out a bit with the evening. I got the money, so do I buy 200 shares to do a wheel? So from this point, what you would do? Let's get it. Oh, let me go back to the 5, back where I like it. So since this week is closed out, if you're doing a wheel on this, you would actually look towards next Friday's expiration. You would go to the put side of the house, and you'd be selling a cash secured put at the at the $1.50 strike price. So with where it's at right now, if you sold a cash secured put for $1.50, you'd be putting up $150 as collateral, and you would be receiving $10 of premium. So at the end of next week, at Friday close, if you are below $1.50, if you're at $1.50 or below, you're going to buy 100 shares at $1.50. Doesn't matter if PROG's price is $1, you're still going to be paying $1.50 for them. If it is at $1.51, you get your $150 back, and you're still keeping the $10 of premium. See, with stocks that are lower priced like this, you're not going to be looking at a whole lot of premium, but this will, it'll help you build up just a little bit of capital here, a little bit of capital there, and it's a way for you to slowly grow your account. Now, like I said, if it drops down to where it drops down to anything below 140, then technically it would be a loss, because you'd be paying. You'd basically be buying them for $140, because it's $150 you put up minus the $10 of premium you collect. So as long as it stays within the range of stays above that 140, that break-even price, you'd be coming out ahead on it. And that's basically how the wheel would go. It's just with lower price stocks, you're not going to be seeing the higher premiums that you do on other stocks. Because if we go over, we can look at Ford right now. Ford, we're looking at $16.45 a share. If we go and look towards where their wheel would be at, it is close enough. I would actually, if I was I'd probably still go 16 on it. Be collecting $18. I've got a 50-cent window. If I was playing the call side, I'd be right above the strike, and I'd be making $36. Yeah, you can't win all the time, but the wheel is just made for, mostly a lot of it comes if you've got a stock that moves in between two prices, to where not only are you collecting the premium, you're collecting, like on Ford. If I was playing these two prices, covered calls at $16.50, cash secured puts at $16, then I'd be earning the premium every week, and if it bounced between the two, every time it made the bounce, I'd be net another $50. Hey, that mining company's up almost 2.5% in after hours. Sundial higher. Oh, it's a good HYMC. God, a lot of barcoding after hours. Barcode, drop down barcode, go up barcode, drop down barcode, go up barcode, go up barcode. Lots of volume, not a lot of movement. With that much volume, you would think it would be the price would be a lot higher. That's empty chop right there. That's just a whole lot of nothing happening. Oh, this is what's this? Highcroft Mining Company. This is the mining company that Adam Aaron bought into. I just kind of want to see how it was doing. I got the notification that they were up a little bit in after hours. Again, this stock is sub $2, and no option chain. That's right. I looked at that before. Mr. Paul, no, I meant options. Yeah, 'cause I know there was actually, I thought there was a crypto ETF. I don't even know what, some kind of exchange. What's a TSE? I thought there was some kind of crypto ETF NYSE. I know there. I remember news coming out on one. Those are blockchain. I'm not looking for blockchain. I said crypto, not blockchain. Blockchain's different than crypto. Oh, there it is. Valkyrie. That's who does it. BTF. I knew there was one out there. I just couldn't remember what it was. Valkyrie Bitcoin Strategy. Ooh. That's like all. That's fugly right there. Let's hit the daily here. 106,000 volume. Yeah, that's I know a lot about their mining properties. Oh, okay. So now let's go. We know our BTF. Yes, Paul. I did not know that there is. I think it was Goldman Sachs. They were talking about. It was an article from 4 days ago that Goldman Sachs was setting up. Was doing the first crypto options on the OTC market. It was not on a standard exchange. It was on the OTC. But I remember there are. BITO, that's the ProShares version. Global X Bits. Oh, that's blockchain. No. So yeah, 106,000. It does have an option chain. Pretty decent filled out. So Valkyrie, this is one of the ETFs deal. This is a Bitcoin ETF. I think the other ones. Bits, BITS. Now, if you're looking for exposure to the crypto market for options, these are some of the ones you're going to want to look at. So Bits is another one on the daily. They've only got 13,000. Not a lot of volume on these. If you're looking for options exposure in crypto on a regular exchange, you would be doing it through an ETF. You would not need. You can't on a regular exchange. To the best of my knowledge, there is no actual options for crypto. All you can do is find an ETF that is leveraged and does options through the ETF, and the ETF manages the crypto holdings. So we got, who's the one we just did? Recently viewed, oh wait, no. Never mind, not that. Yeah, so Bits is another one. Global X, Blockchain and Bitcoin Strategy. What's that? Beto is another one. ProShares Bitcoin Strategy. This one has a lot more volume. If you look at the daily volume here, over 9 million. Price is not too bad if you're looking at the actual share prices. It closed out today at 27.94, just shy of 28. Has an option chain. Option chain 50 cent, nice and filled out, 50-cent increments. Pretty decent prices. And they do weekly options. This is. Oh, wait a minute. What? I'm seeing that a lot. Why is there a March 31st and an April 1st? I've seen a lot of. I've seen a bunch of weekly option change where they have an additional option in on that Thursday. Because I think the 31st is Thursday. I'm going to have to do more DD on that. I know leveraging trading Bitcoin is super risky. Good chance of getting wrecked. Yeah, that's. And see, Paul, that was my thing. As soon as when I was reading the article and I saw it said OTC, that when I see OTC, that's an immediate hands off for me. Man, people think the regulation in the regular market is bad. You go to an OTC and trade on there, it is the flippin' Wild West. They are. I've got a buddy who lost, back in the fall of 08, or the pullback in 08 from the housing market. He lost a bunch on there, and he actually stopped trading because of it. And he's skeptical of all markets now. And that, I don't know exactly what he's playing on, but I know the OTC is a Wild West. It is not anything I would get in on. Oh, hey. Look at that. Look at that little candle right there on the 5-minute. It's above where I picked up my calls at. Matt, if this keeps moving to Monday, we are moving towards 21. That is nice. Oh my God, that is so hilarious. Disgusting. OTC, the Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, I've got to make it my goal this weekend to watch the Wolf of Wall Street because people keep referencing it. I've never seen it. I don't know what people are talking about on it. I've got to make a point of. Give me a second. I need to do some research here. Let's see. Wolf of Wall Street. As much as I don't like Jonah Hill, I will sit through and watch it even with Jonah. A 3-hour-long movie? Oh my goodness. Watch on Paramount. Oh, there's got to be another streaming service I can watch it on. I don't have Paramount. Wolf of Wall Street. Is there another? I don't have Pluto. It's got to be on like Netflix. Wolf of Wall Street, Netflix. Okay, yep, says it's available for streaming on Netflix. Cool. Pluto is free. Oh, I don't want to add a whole bunch of other apps and stuff. Yeah, I was aware it was based on a true story. Oh my God, look, 2074 that candle closed out at. Still jacked on the new trading tactic learned. Oh, are you talking to the one from this live stream, or do they have some good tactics in the movie that I could look at and employ? Because hell, my trading tactics are the community's trading tactics. I don't own the tactics. I don't own the strategies. This is for everyone. 2074. That is a nice. Oh no, we were higher during the day. 21. Yeah, 2169 was the high of the day. Oh, me earlier in this live stream. Yeah, that's dude. That's the stuff that goes on up here. It literally is a computer that never shuts off. Then I start going into quantum mechanics, astrophysics, all kinds of science stuff. My brain just, I don't know what I'm doing right here. I was moving right to the edge between after hours and market hours. Yeah, Shredda, feel free to try it out, employ it. If you have any questions about how to set it up, essentially. So I am not sure how some brokerages do it. I use Robinhood, and it would be hard to set up even on Robinhood because part of it is you don't want your calls and just in case you don't want your calls and your puts attached to each other, just in case if when you go to exit it tries to exit both ends at once. If you ring it up and look at it, let me go in here and set this up. I want to kind of see how, because I set both ends. I set the calls up separately from the puts. I set them up separately. That way I didn't want a chance them being attached to each other, and if I go to try to close out a contract, it tries closing both ends, because that would result in a loss. So if you're going to employ this and set it up, go through, figure out, pen and paper calculator, however you got to do it. Go through, calculate out, how much you need on the call side, how much you need on the put side. That way you know your pricing and everything. And go in and get however many puts you're looking at. And you don't have to do them both at the same time. Have a good weekend, evening and weekend. Hey, no problem, Shredder. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Have a safe and wonderful weekend. So let's go. Buy a call. Buy a put. Long strangle. Oh, that's okay. It's referred to as a long strangle. Okay, but we want to edit ratios. We want 2 calls for every put. Oh no. 2 call, 1 put. Review. So what is everyone else up to? Yeah, it builds it all kind of weird. Oh, looks like it's coming back down. How much longer do we have? Oh yeah, we got a half hour left in aftermarket. Making shepherd's pie for your monsters. Oh. That sounds good. want to keep making money with PROG, buy 100 or 200 on Monday. Yeah, so, Paul, if you are going to be buying shares on Monday, now, if you're buying shares for the purpose of selling covered calls against them, when is their earnings? I thought their earnings was coming up, and that is, you could potentially get a discount. How far back is that? Uh, Let me look real quick for some non-financial advice. Do I like or enjoy a good? Pugnacious. I am absolutely in love with porterhouse. That's my favorite steak. A lot of people, up here you get a mix of ribeye. People like New York strip sirloin. I like a good even T-bones. I prefer the porterhouse cut of T-bone. It's March 28th. When is March 28th? Hey, yeah, so Paul, if you're looking to pick up PROG, me personally, I would wait to find out when they're going to release their earnings report. It's a good chance a lot of people will be jumping out of PROG just because people don't like dealing with, earnings can be a crazy time. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. You'll get people who will dump because of earnings. So yeah, I would find out when the earnings report is released, and also when the call is. And if I was going to be straight up buying shares of PROG, I would plan it around the earnings report. You might be able to save yourself a couple bucks on 1 or 200 shares, however many hundred shares you're going to get. You'd save yourself a couple bucks, and if you're looking to cover calls down the road, well, the cheaper you get them, the more money you make when you go ahead and sell your covered call on it. That's just my 2 cents, though. Anything but it has to be well done. I'll make a live feed to show you guys my method of cooking steak and recipe one of the. Hey, that'd be kind of cool. That'd definitely be worth checking out. I like me cooking shows. I'll watch Chopped, Guys Grocery Games, Guys Grocery Games, and of course there's Guys Grocery Games, and every once in a while Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, the cooking championships, the baking championships. I watch all. I love cooking shows. Oh, and then there's Guys Grocery Games. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. PROG, just a series of dots in aftermarket, except for that one candle. Yeah, AMC did have a nice little pop-up there. We butcher our own meats in my family. Hey, that's cool. A little bit of pullback. Check out the diners, drives, and dives with Mulberry. Toronto. Me and the wife are regulars. Oh, okay. Hey, there was one where a guy goes to Cloquet, Minnesota, and oh god, what's the name of that burger joint down there? I actually, my brother and I were going down to one of the casinos, and we ended up. I had seen the episode, so I knew about it, and I'm like, hey, that was on guys show Diners, Drives, and Dives. Let's go have lunch there. And oh my god, the burgers were so damn good. Gordy's Hi Hat in Cloquet, Minnesota. Really, really good burgers. Let me. Camera. Oh! Let's get that. There we go. Got a picture of the name of the restaurant. How bad queues get beat up today? Oh my god, look at that end of market run for the queues. Holy, that was insane. And the thing is, that happened so fast, there was literally almost no time to get in or out on either end of those. I'll check it out. Don't say the word casino. Mrs. Paul's listening and will force me to go. Burger recipe is method for cooking. A burger recipe is where the method for cooking steak started at. Oh, okay, cool. Y'all make me hungry. Still working out and can't leave. So yeah, there's a restaurant here called Boomtown, and they have a burger called the Double Shift. It is a brioche bun, 2 half-pound patties, I think 3 different cheeses, caramelized onion, and portobello mushrooms on it. And it is I go there and I always want to try new things out, and for some reason I just can't get past ordering this burger every single time. It is just, well, 2 half-pound patties on a burger. I mean, that right there tells you everything you need to know. And they used to have it. They don't have it anymore, but they were done up. You know, there are fries and there are pommes frites. Well, they had the pommes frites with the garlic aioli that you would dip them in, and those were good too. They got rid of them, but they were like just super, super good. Holy Cholesterol, yeah, it was. Oh, there's another place down in Cloquet, and they actually have a burger called the Coronary. When I quit working, retired to commit my life to my daughter's cooking, became my passion. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, I like, you know. So there is always my absolute favorite meal in the entire multiverse. Not just this world, not just this universe. I'm talking the entire multiverse. My absolute favorite meal is Hamburger Helper beef stroganoff. I kid you not. That is, and it was funny when my dad was still alive. The nights we would have Hamburger Helper beef stroganoff, I would always cook it because no one could get, and this is Hamburger Helper we're talking about. No one else could get the sauce and the noodles to the consistency that I could. Only about 60 videos. Me and the wife are standing in. ONY channel. About 60 videos in. Me and wife are standing in front of Mulberry. Oh, okay. Are you talking the videos on your channel? But see, the thing was with Hamburger Helper with the beef stroganoff, I did not follow the instructions on how to make it. I would take take the powder, mix it with the milk and water, and I would actually mix that. Go to my on your channel. But I would actually whisk it up really, really good, get it really, really good mixed. And they always say put everything in and bring it up to simmer and shut off. I would actually start the liquids going, get them rolling, and then pour the noodles in as it's starting to simmer a bit, and let it simmer. And with Hamburger Helper, whole milk only. I'm not sure I've ever had it with whole milk. But once it starts to simmer, throw the noodles in then, and let them start to soak up, and put the burger in last. And it's just you get your noodles nice and tender. The sauce is perfectly creamy, and the sauce is already starting to get a little gummy. So when you put it in, it just sticks to the burger. I mean, gourmet Hamburger Helper. I rock that. Well, these times I want to try throwing a little bit of, maybe throw some shredded provolone in there, and maybe hit it with some sour cream. Hit it with sour cream just to give it that little bit of funk. All the while, DD214 there is there wishing he could throw something at one of us. Unless he left because he got tired of hearing us talk about food. Oh, that's right, we're looking at the cues. Now see, that's the part that gets me. The indicators, if I was looking on the standard MACD using the Simple 5, what I've used flipping forever, this pop-up, push down, and this candle right here, this would have queued me in on calls. This would have been an entry point for me. But if you look, it's actually, you are getting a reversal on the 13. It's pulling up on the 13, but no guarantee of it. And your 48's dropping below your 20. This is telling you it's moving to a downward trend. But if you're running the Simple 5, because you're only going back to here, it would already be leveling out. By the time this candle hit, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 back, it would already be turning to an upward trend off these 3 candles. So the Simple 5 would have already been telling you a trend reversal on this candle. At either one of these 2 candles, this would have been your confirmation candle. This would have been your point of entry. But using the 1348, there's no, you get no indicator on it. To where the indicator they gave, let's see how well this lines up with the Russell. The same thing on the Russell, the downward push. You've got the 13 moving down through the 200. But you're already getting, so you got your bottom here, huge green boomer, levels out, kind of doji there, another huge green. This would have been your entry point when they were telling you buy calls up here before it dipped back down. Instead, if you waited, if you were on the simple 5, nope, simple 5, you would not have, this hammer right here, the hammer followed by the green stack, this probably would have been my entry point on that one. And that would have actually played out a lot better because you would have already, at this point, you've got the 13 moving upward, you've recaptured the 13. This might have scared me out, but the fact that most of the rest of these are still holding the 13 and then the upward movement. You know, Monday morning quarterback, it's easy to look back now, but knowing that when they said it, I saw that and said no. No. Oh, was DD214 military police? Oh, let's get back over to AMC. How close are we getting? We're almost there. Oh, pulling back. We ducked below the 13. We just got till this line right here. He might have left with all the food talk. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, mulberries at Christmas. Oh, wow. That is really cool, Paul. That's a super cool way to decorate for Christmas. How are we? Yeah, so we still got like 15 minutes in aftermarket. I guess we might hang out till aftermarket wraps up. Man, look, I didn't even look at this. Moving average just diving down. The trailing 3 right behind it. Might it hit 20 before aftermarket ends? $20.34 on the 200. I mean, it's still trending upward. How are we looking at the 30? $30's looking good just because how far behind the 200's trailing. So who all do we still have hanging out in the chat? Let's go ahead and look at crypto. Crypto never sleeps. Now I wonder, can you... Chart settings. Oh, no. None of that. Claybro 8883. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So, Paul and Pug. Let's drop the MA. Let's throw the E in. I want to see how this works out on crypto also. I ain't scared. So inputs, we're going to do, change you to the 13. We'll leave the 60 will change to the 38. 48, and we want you to go to the 200. So, derp, wrong thing. I clicked the wrong thing. Switch over. Okay, EMA, style. Oh, it didn't save. Bugger. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Back 13. No, we don't want the 20 there. We want the 25. 30 stays. 60 changes to 48. 200. Alright, did I save it that time? Oh, seriously? Oh, ah! This thing's really, oh. Okay. How do I get those indicators back up? Yeah, Bitcoin is looking good. That's show extended hour. I don't know why that is even trade access. Oh, please don't tell me I lost that. There's got to be a thing. Oh, this is going to annoy me now. Okay, there we go. I can turn the... Oh, okay. I just go up there to edit. Okay, cool. Seriously, you need to... Okay, 13, that's saved. 25, save. 48, 200. Okay, so those are saved now. Done. Edit. 5, 13, 25, 30, 48, 200. Style. Turn off the 5, grab the 13, grab the 48, grab the 200. Green. Okay. Red. Okay. Yellow. Okay. Everything. Yeah, I was gonna flip through and have a look at the crypto, just see how it's looking. So, why? Why is it not saving when I make my changes? This is seriously annoying me. 13 is green. Okay. Click. Shut that off. 48, turn you on. You are red. Baby steps, come on. 200, you. I can see it in the background. If it goes, I swear if it goes away when I do this. Done. Okay, there we go. I do not know why it was being so difficult here. Much, but oh my god, everything's looking gorgeous. What on earth? Okay, we're on the 4 hour here. That explains it a little bit. But yeah, on the 4 hour, my god, we're looking great. Shib having a little bit of a pullback there. Bitcoin 44. I hope we get back up around 70. 70,000 would be so nice. I remember those days. For Shib coin before the fall of 88. Yeah, Bitcoin just crushing it right now. There's your there's where your 15 crossed, or your 13 crossed over your 48, and just started to run from there. Shib on the 5. I don't know, the 5 might be a little bit chaotic. The 30. So 200 says it's leveling off. Which you were still good this whole way, so right there would have been your buy indicator on Shib. Buy, hold, 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 hold. Pullback crosses over the 48. That's where you would want it to sell at. So 24.74, and you buy in at, what was this? $23.49. Shib's still hitting that 2,500 resistance. Yeah, that's it broke through a little bit, but yeah, 25. Where's 25 even at? If you look at it, the 13 MA runs right up to touch. Now this is on the 30 minute, but on the 30 minute, the 15 or the 13 MA ran up just shy of 2,500. Shib, no so good, not so good, but 10 cent by Friday in my opinion. Yeah. What would that have been? That would have been about a 4% gain, maybe 4.5% gain if you had bought there and sold when it was coming back down on the crossover. It would have been 4.5% right there. I'm not sure what kind of fees you would have gotten from from the brokerage or from the wallet you were trading on. But yeah, I can just go with what the numbers are telling me. Oh, guys, so yeah, it was funny. I was talking. 6 billion burn so far this year. That's cool. So yeah, I was talking with Riptide last night. I was telling him that I was over in on the 1348 Discord, and was talking in there, and I had mentioned what I was talking with Riptide about, that on the daily on AMC. In fact, let me go on the daily here. We actually had the potential. Let me zoom in here so you can see really good. Looking at it, we had the potential to pull back to this to the 48 MA and bounce off of it. And so one of the guys in there was like, "Oh, well, you're talking 1850, and that's like the worst case scenario." And I was telling the guy, nobody wants me to be wrong more than me, but the data is telling me that there is the potential for them to push us down that far. I don't want it to happen, and then I was looking, and I found, looking off this, I was looking right about 1880 for a double bottom for us to bounce off of. Of course, I didn't want to come out and say this because everyone, like, oh, you're a shill, you're just trying to get people to sell, and it's like, no, I'm just looking at what the numbers are telling me, and the numbers are telling me that we could have a very bad Friday. Luckily, we didn't. We had a very good Friday. That battle for 2001. I would have loved it if we would have closed higher, but yeah, Mr. Paul, what time are you going live tonight? Are you going live tonight, Paul? Later on? I know Kalani was talking he was going to go live tonight. In fact, oh, are we? Oh, we're getting. Hey, while the cat's away, the stocks will play. Nice, nice candles here. Oh my God, Grains! Haven't seen you in here in forever. God, Grains, if I remember correct, you're like one of the OGs from back November December time period, right? Haven't seen you here in a minute. So where does this last candle? Oh, what time? We got our last candle of the night. Do we close above where I purchased my calls at? Granted, it's all irrelevant until the market opens Monday. You know, with regards to my options contract, but still, it'd be nice for it to close above that 2058 mark. So let's see if we get it or not. This is the real closing here. You know, the actual closing of the tracking hours here. I have my notifications on for you guys as of today. Hey, Pugnacious, I appreciate it, man. Come on, hold that 2060. Make me feel good about myself. 1 minute left. Yeah, but you know, these numbers, they really are irrelevant until the market opens up again. But you know, just makes you feel better seeing the numbers where you want them. I'm a day one here. Happy to see you again. Busy day trading some small caps and penny stocks. Like, hey, whatever you got to do to get by, man. Yeah, so I've just been I've been taking strategies and you know just evolving them, just you know finding new ways to play them, finding new ways to throw safeguards on. You know, being cautious, but trying to find as many ways as possible to make money and throwing them together in kind of one blanket strategy. Why the close above $20 could signal good times ahead. So yeah, Claybro got the second video out. I can't see the chat because Claybro's notification's in the way. We need to smile and sing closing time. Yeah. This is the real closing time here. Bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. I don't know if it's actually going to put the candle on that side. I think it's done. My clock's showing 7:01 p.m., so I think it's actually done now. Yeah, big time YouTube. We're knocking on the door of 80 subscribers on the channel. If you know anyone who might be interested in learning about options in the stock market, you know, never hurts to get word of mouth out, share it out on social media, you know, Twitter, Facebook, all that happy stuff. What are some of the other ones? Telegraph. some of the other social medias, any that you're on, feel free to share the channel. And it did close at 2058. So the price where I got my calls, we ended the week at the price where I got my calls for my new strategy. So now we just need to maybe a little bit of a pop down and a run. Let me close my puts, run back up, close my calls. Maybe have some covered calls in there, gaining some extra cash. Guarded on the high side by the 21 call strike. See how many different ways we can make money on this one strategy. That's dope, Frank. I'd love to host a space call with you on Twitter sometime soon. Just a chill convo about options and small caps and what. Yeah, there's always the possibility of stuff like that. Can't wait till Frank see if he hits big time and has. Oh my god! Yeah, when I start having I'm not going to say that name because if there's an algorithmic bot creator listening, I don't want all of a sudden them to start showing up and yeah, y'all know how that goes. That will be to be avoided. God. Yeah, that would be totally vile and wretched. Oh my goodness. Let's go in. Just kind of have a look at how everything on my techies did. This is the screener that I set up earlier this week. Just going through and looking at certain traded volume, certain value per share, and God, what were all the indicators that I? So this, oh, Frank, got to check with Pika, see if you can. Got to check with Pika to see if you can fit who in. Oh, our PR, yeah, because Pika's the PR representative of the Claybro Network, and she's also the issuer of the crowns of the chat for the Kings and Queen of Chat. Yeah, so the screener I used here, I used only stocks that traded above 1 million volume, located in the U.S. with a price between $15 to $20 a share and a market cap over $1 billion. So that's what I used for the screener, and it's just transportation, automotive, auto parts, software, IT, tech equipment, telecommunications. This is just kind of a streamlined version of the NASDAQ 100, and it's actually 95 stocks, so it kind of wonders what it not from the NASDAQ made it on here. But yeah, just kind of General Motors. Yeah, I'd kind of use this if I was looking for stocks to play options on for the 1348. Yeah, there's AT&T. AT&T apparently had a good day today. Up just shy of 2.2%. That's not bad. This Tenneco, wow, they fell off at the end of the day. That's a high-end roll-off right there. I don't like high-end roll-offs. Those are bad. Joy Inc. Down 8%. Ping, Identity Holding, Pinterest. Hey, there's this stock again. I think we actually looked at this one the other day. I don't think I liked it though. McAfee Corporation. Why do they have... Oh, they pretty much... It looks like they might just trade sideways, but it doesn't give you the actual graph on here. Yeah, just fair pop and have a look at... Oh, that. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll click on this and we will delete, and we will also block the number. Thank you, spammer. Go away. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is everything I'm watching, apparently. Double Doge. Does it just have the Russell one? Yeah, it just has the Russell. Yeah, so apparently everything from all of my watch list is all combined in this one little looky-loo. So the question is, can I go on here? Create order, view, widget. Book order, chart, financials. Oh, okay, no, I'm not worried about all that. Send AMC to... Oh, wow. Wow. There are a whole bunch of tools here I have no idea how to use. Let's go back to stocks. That's confusing right there. I don't think Claybro likes smart comments much. Depends on what the comments are. That's a good chart. Which one's what is a good chart, Paul? Are you talking the chart right now, AMC? Or are you referring to this right here? Because you can actually see everything bouncing around. Now, the thing is, costs. We can actually delete costs from there. Cost was just up there temporarily. All you're watching, yeah, that's yeah. When you look at it, Ford, AMC, PROG, GameStop, Mullen. Our three major indices, the SPY, the Qs, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, the Russell 2000. These are the three major indices we always watch. All of our cryptos, Apple and Tesla. And the only reason Apple and Tesla are on here is they are on the 1348 watch list. Eventually I'll have all four, or all five, because the Russell's actually one of those. Yeah, I was looking at it, I'm like, why is it flashing like that? Then I realized, oh, the crypto's still trading. Yeah, that's oh my god, so I can have so much information overload. I wonder there. Okay. Oh, there's other stuff down there. Oh, I can get volume on there too. Ooh, I can play around with this. Drag the whole thing. I don't need a lot of these. I don't need as big of names on there. Sparkline we can leave the same. Let's see how much room we can get. All those numbers displayed. Change percentage. That should not be that high, so we can scoot that over. High, low. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I'm glad I played around with this. Hey, so yeah, if anyone wants access to this, in the channel description, I do have my link to Weeble in there. If you wanted to sign up, you do receive, we both receive free stocks when people sign up. If you're not on it, and it just gives you access to access to all the charting that I use on the screen. If you're using a different brokerage and you're just looking to maybe your brokerage does not give you the type of charting, the type of layout, and you kind of like what you're seeing on the screen, feel free to use my Weeble link. I don't know why I came back here, because none of this is changing. Market's closed. That's all irrelevant now. I just wish I knew what was on the other side there. Discord in the... I don't know if I'll ever have my own Discord. It's just I'm still trying to figure out planning of getting videos out, because I know I've heard from multiple people that getting videos up and running would help the channel grow a lot quicker. Yeah, but see, Grains, most times when I am when I'm at work, even when I'm in Claybro stream, I'm mainly just listening with I keep a Bluetooth speaker in my pocket while I'm working, because there are times I'm up in my aerial lift. I've got a bucket vehicle, so I'll be up working on the lines. I wouldn't be able to monitor anything like that. So yeah, pretty much the days there are days I don't even make it home for lunch, so I'm not even able to live stream those days. So for me, right now, having the regular 8 to 5, not being rich enough to have enough free time to do that, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me right now to try and plan out work in the hey. And the same thing goes for Grandpa Barney. It's not about the money; it's about keeping you turned on. So support your local poll workers. So support linemen. There are actually shirts with that have it's the silhouette of a lineman gaffing up a pole. And I'm not a fan of gaffing. I actually I was I went through gaff school, got certified and everything, and thought it would be awesome. I did not like it as much as I thought it would. Really rough on my knees. Just the way you have to climb the pole with the gaffs in. So yeah, I did it. I was a gaffer for 2 years, and after that, I'm like, nah, I can't do this anymore. Every time I would have to gaff a pole, my knees would be killing me afterwards, and it just wasn't worth it. So I kind of want. Let's crunch this down. I want to see what's. Oh, volume. Can we squeeze that in? Have you hugged your landscape today? Yeah. I always wonder. Hide this column. Can I change the name? No. I'm not sure if those are really that important. I'm going to crunch some of these down just to see what the other columns have. Turnover. Not too worried about that. Hide this column. Range percentage of turnover. Hide this column. Hide this column. Not worried about hide this column. Not worried about those. Exchange. Hey, that's kind of cool. Shows you all the different markets. You can see exactly where they're at. Kind of irrelevant. Hide this column. Market cap. I use market cap when I'm sorting, so I don't need it up there. Price per earnings. Not worried about that. Sunday. I'm sure they were earnings per share. Not worried about that. Dividend. Hey, dividend yield. That's one I might actually use. I'm not worried about volume. I'll keep the regular, but not the average volume. Ooh. Oh, free float market. I thought that was giving me Ortex numbers. I was like, what? Bold answers. Oh. All right, Pug. Expected earnings date. Not worried about that. 1 year return cumulative. Not worried about that. Ratings. Not worried about that. Not worried about that. Total assets. Not worried about that. Okay, hey, there we go. We're at the end of it. Divvy yield. Push the... Pre-market after hours really isn't that important either. But I can leave that up there. So we can push the volume in just a little bit. Take divvy yield right to there. So, high, low, open, percentage, change. See, what's messing me up is Shib right here. If it wasn't for the fact of how many digits Shib uses, yeah, I gotta say mad props to everyone who's still in the stream right now, still hanging out. Whether you're actually watching or you just have this running in the background, mad props to y'all because, look at what I'm sitting. I'm just sitting here adjusting the chart to get stuff to fit the way I want it to fit, and y'all are hanging out. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome on so many levels, it's ridiculous. So I can always steal a bit from there. Steal a bit from there. Who did you steal from? Push divvy yield back. I wonder, how bad is it if... Okay, I can crunch the spark line just a little bit. There is nothing else further down, right? Yeah, that's got to be last column. There we go. Oh, there we go. Everything fit. It's like the Tool song, I know the pieces fit. Yeah, grades. I'm not sure about the space call at this time. Maybe in the future it's something I might be interested in. I don't honestly, I don't even know what a space call is. I'm assuming it's like a Zoom or just some kind of group call type deal. Thank you, Pug. I would comment on your last chat, but don't want anyone to get mad. Oh. This is kind of cool. I could actually go through and build my portfolio, my long-term investment portfolio on here, have it lined up, and the great thing is because it has all the dividend yields on there, I could actually look and check my dividends because I'm assuming this will be annual dividend yield. Looking at it. It's a live stream chat room, no videos, just okay. Yeah, maybe one of these days I might get in on something like that. Definitely not tonight. I've been a long day. Started work. It's currently almost 7:30 here. I started work at 8:30 this morning. My lunchtime was the live stream. Went back to work. Got off work, and within 5-10 minutes of getting home from work, I started this live stream. So I've been pretty much going at it in one form or another for coming up on for 11 and a half hours roughly already. So yeah, definitely tonight would not work for any of that. But just gotta see, maybe what happens next week or whatnot. Of course, I don't know if you're following me on Twitter. I've got the links for my Twitter account pinned at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I might go through and actually build this out. Oh, I just thought of something. If I have enough stocks to scroll down, it's going to cover up the dividend yield. Everything I did was for nothing. I need to add another stock. Grains, sign me up. How much does it pay? I'll talk about it. Yeah, Grains. If you're paying people, no problem. Just followed you into. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem, man. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Ford, Russell, all those Mullen Auto. Mullen's one I'm not. Well, I'm not in GameStop either. Not in Mullen. God, I wish I knew on Discord what that other stock was, or what the other two were. They give alerts on them. I was not sure if I'm on the right page for the alerts. What are the times on these? I thought I heard somebody talking about HOG at one point. HOG being HOG, Harley Owners Group. It's a ticker for Harley Davidson. Cash secured put. Are you talking? Paul, are you talking on the low side for PROG for your entry for next week? It would be cash secured put. You'd be putting up $100 of collateral, or $150 of collateral, if you use the $100 strike price. Fin ahead to coffee shop, Frank. Want me to? Yeah, if they have a double sleepachino. Yeah, so Paul, what would it end up being? Now, remember when the market opens based on price movement and pre-market and post after hours, this number will end up changing. But essentially, you would enter into a cash secured put. You'd be putting up, if you use the $1.50 strike price, you'd put up $150 of collateral. And at the current prices, oh wait, puts, there we go. At the current prices, you'd be collecting $10 of premium on that. So yeah, that's all you would do. It's the exact same thing. You would be on Robinhood. You'd still be on the option screen. You'd still be on the selling half of the pill, but instead of calls, you'd be on the put side of the pill. Just FYI, I'm always talking trash and never serious. If you think ever get out of line, just tell me. I'll holster. Yeah. Well, the number one indicator, if you've gone too far, all of a sudden your name turns white and all the wrenches just start pummeling you with their wrenches. You know, that 300-second timeout. But yeah, usually someone will be in chat. You know, we're all. The main thing behind this live stream is just be respectful. And if somebody thinks you're being disrespectful, everyone in here pretty much knows that they can. They can hit me up outside of the stream and let me know if someone's being disrespectful, and it gets squashed. But we know. Oh, I'm neglecting my duties. Grains, you've been here long. You've been here before. You're not a troublemaker. Pretty much everyone who comes in here and has spent time, comes in here, a couple times, 3, 4. You're respectful. You're interactive. You're not a troublemaker. Pretty much everybody can have a wrench. As the channel grows, I might pull some wrenches back and try and get it more controlled. And also that way, when new people are coming in, they're not like, oh, well, I see it's a buddy club in here. That it's clicky. I don't want it to. I don't want to alienate anyone. As the channel grows. But eventually, there will be a purge of the wrenches, and certain people will keep their wrenches. But for now, it's $29.95 plus shipping. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say, Grains. If you go on my Twitter and go to the tipping section, as Paul said, it's $29.95 plus shipping and hand. I'm just joking. But for anyone who wants to support the channel in a monetary fashion, I do have tipping turned on my Twitter account, and it is the Frank CFV. It's linked to Frank CFE on Cash App if anyone wanted to support the channel monetarily, because YouTube is evil and says you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watched content. Actually, I think through Cash App it does take Bitcoin. Actually, I believe so. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look at that. I wonder if I got to purchase Bitcoin beforehand. Bitcoin instant enable blockchain withdrawals and deposits to external wallet. Looks like I'd have to do some verification first, but yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to get a wrench, just send. I'm not even. It's super cheap. 1 Bitcoin. 1 coin is all it takes to get a wrench. And the great thing is, so yeah, you send me 1 Bitcoin to get the wrench, and once I receive the 1 Bitcoin, I actually pay out 10 Shib a month to all my mods. Once I receive that the 1 Bitcoin payment for the wrench. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm all about supporting the community. I mean, you got to realize how much of a great value that is. Just 1 Bitcoin for me, and then every month you're getting 10 Shib coins. I mean, 10 to 1? I mean, who wouldn't jump at that? Come on, someone's got to be laughing at that one. Oh, I see you, Grains, and I shall follow you back. Oh, that's Fextra Life. I thought that might have been Kalani going live. Is Kalani live yet? I haven't, following your live channels. Okay, no, Kalani's not live right now. Sounds like a peer. No, because pyramids were built by the aliens. One Bitcoin a bargain for all his knowledge. Just trying to get brownie point, yeah. If someone took the strategies I'm giving out for free and made like tons and tons of money off it, I hope they would remember me somewhere down the line. You got the Wolf of Wall Street. How about the Viper of YouTube? What do I get for 2 Bitcoin? Oh, Pugnacious, I will go full short the VIX. For 2 Bitcoins, I would actually show my ankles on the live stream. I'll do it like Short the VIX does. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but Short the VIX had a thing going on his live stream that if one of the days this week it closed above 20, he was going to show his ankles on the live stream, just as a joke. Allegedly. Well, with Short the VIX, allegedly, no. People said he actually showed them. He accidentally showed them as a result of a super chat. In fact, I was there in the stream when he did that. He's like, "Oh man, what did I just do?" It was hilarious. So just so y'all know, I've actually got a pretty interesting schedule. Depending upon who I see pop in first in the morning, when I get up and get ready for work, I'm usually on TMI's channel, or lately I've been on Short the VIX's channel more. But it used to be that I would get on TMI's channel in the morning when the market opened, because TMI was doing the pre-market. Market would open, I would jump over to Matt Core's, then Claybro stream, then I would get on my stream, then back over to Claybro's. And then if I didn't stream in the evening, I would go check the late night fix with Short the VIX. So yeah, even beforehand, I would still get on VIX's channel in the evening and hang out there. But I haven't been on Matt Core's channel in forever. I still go in and hang out with TMI every once in a while. It's cool. I go on Short the VIX's channel, and every once in a while, Gabe, Review Dork, will pop in there. No, the aliens overseeing the pyramids being built. I forget what it was, Pugnacious. I saw a documentary that using the trade winds, there was a theory out there that the moving of the stones for the pyramid, that they were actually using kites and aerial lift devices to catch the trade winds to assist in the lifting of the stones to build the pyramids. I don't know if it's physically possible, with the tools they had, but there were theories out there that they were able to use kites and trade winds to help build the pyramids. That's fairly awesome when you think about it. Yeah, Pugnation. For two Bitcoin though, in addition to a wrench, I would probably throw in a saw, a hammer, and not just one screwdriver, but two. I'd send a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. So 1 Bitcoin for the wrench, and then you get additional tools, a whole array of tools for the second Bitcoin. I mean, I was watching Common Sense Investor at 5 a.m. this morning. He had almost 200 people. 4 a.m. his time. Crazy. Yeah, there's and sometimes the early morning live streams, they'll be catching viewers over in the UK and in Europe. I'm a firm believer in ET life. Yeah, it's a mathematical certainty that there are other life forms, that there are other civilizations out there in the universe. It's a mathematical certainty. Yeah, I'm sure if they went through and looked at if they could see every single star in the galaxy, both under visual and under infrared, that eventually they would find a Dyson sphere. And that way, find a Dyson sphere, and that is absolute proof of not only alien civilizations but advanced civilizations. To be able to build that, that's and that is actually a greater than class 1 civilization. Because I believe a class 1 civilization is able to harness the maximized energy resources of the planet. Up to class 2 is the resources of the solar system, and class 3 and above deals with galactic power scales. Make it right hand and left hand screwdrivers, and I'm all in. Yeah, I've got I can get direct from the factory ergonomic ambidextrous screwdrivers. You can use them right or left-handed. I mean, we're talking cutting edge. We're talking, technology just beyond your belief. A screwdriver that you can use right or left-handed. You don't have to have two sets of screwdrivers. I mean, you could be a righty and the lefty next to you, hey, can I use your screwdriver? It's like, yeah, in fact, this one works for both right and left-handed people. I mean, it's a wave of the future. I remember back in the day, Brett Favre was at I think it was some a charity event, or it might have even been like one of the quarterback schools or quarterback expositions. And I remember those poor kids. He had them running around because he was trying to find left-handed footballs. So he had these kids going out, trying to get him extra left-handed footballs so he could practice with. I mean, the being able to make all these everyday items ambidextrous, it's just game changing. Ooh, chip off my stone table here. Oh my god, it's 7:40 already. What we need to do is keep nudging Claybro to start his streams a little bit earlier. I remember back in the day, Clay, his streams used to run for, and I know with the videos and everything, it takes more time out and everything, and he's got his schedule, it's his schedule and everything. But I remember back in the day, Clay used to start at 10 after, quarter after, and the demands of his time, he was forced to keep moving his times further back, and I think we're at 10 till now. But yeah, definitely, well, I mean, anyone on this channel, y'all know there are times that I don't make it home for lunch, I can't stream. There are times if I've had a really, really long day, I get home, I'm so tired, don't want to stream, or if I do stream, it's like a super, super quick one, because, no way, we started with sliced bread, now we have right left-hand screwdrivers now. Yeah, It's true, Pug. It is true. But hey, I'm actually going to wrap this up. Kalani is going live on Twitch right now. Real quick, I'm going to kick this out here in the chat. I'm going to share this on here. If anyone wanted to go over and give Brother Kalani, give him some love, hang out with him on his live stream, let him know over on Twitch. Let him know that you're coming over from Frank's, and Frank of course shared this out. But yeah, if you go in Twitch, capital B, lowercase oo, capital Z, underscore 765, that is Kalani over on Twitch. And I'm not sure what he's going to be streaming. He might be playing some Battlefield 2042. I went in there one weekend, had an awesome time over there hanging out with him. But yeah, so that is hopefully that showed up in the chat. That is Kalani's Twitch handle. So yeah, thank you everyone who came by and hung out, spent a little bit of time in the evening here. I'm going to jump up and look through real quick, see who all we had. Of course, Kalani, Shredder, Bucky Barnes, also known as 1111 Mr. Simon, Pugnacious, DD214, Johnstontown, I think I said Shredder already, Pika Power, Cassie, DD214, I think I said that one already, Paul, Shredder, Pugnacious, Grains. I think that's pretty much everyone. Where is Twitch? I mean, where? Are you referring to the app? Just on the app Twitch, you just go in, and if you go into Twitch and type in booze underscore 765, it'll bring it up. But thank you to everyone for coming over, spending a bit of your time. It's Friday, market was closed. It was interesting, going through checking everything all the way until it actually stopped tracking. Appreciate the input and knowledge, entertaining conversation. Looking forward to the next one. I'll be Bach. Hey, if you're gonna be Bach, I'll be Beethoven, and we'll rock this out. But yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Everybody, have a safe weekend, have a fun weekend. We'll come back next week. We'll, hit the market up. We'll see where this new trading strategy goes. See how it plays out. See how aggressive I can do. See how safe I can make it. And if anyone playing the crypto market this weekend, from me to you, I wish you good health, good trades. I'll either see you next week or I'll see you over on Kalani's here in just a few minutes. Have a good weekend.